p.m. This meeting is open session and it is subject to being recorded. Your voice and image are actually being recorded. So with that, we have Cemetery here to talk about mowers.
I support it.
I want to hear this.
When I was a selectman, that was a problem. And when we tried to get cheaper help, younger help, they would chip the gravestones, and then the families would be
upset,
stark raving mad.
Okay. So my question is about a mower. If highway department is now mowing, how do your mowers interact with their, not interact's not the right word, but don't they have mowers? Why don't their mowers work?
Because usually highway has the huge mowers,
to mow fields,
which for the fields is great.
Yeah.
and we mow between gravestones.
But you can't use them in between the gravestones.
Okay.
I guess what goes back to is what we figured is, what are we talking numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have the paperwork and that's where the sheet is. It was 16, we put in for 16.5.
I think it just got emailed to us and I didn't print it out. Did anybody? I'll check my piles. This is all school.
Is that online?
School. Yeah, it should be in the,
Yeah, it was in that packet we got.
it was emailed. I think all my papers are school. There's a pile of them.
I don't have that.
This is last year's.
I
Okay.
have all I got is Burns, Memorial School.
That all we all have. Come on, phone. Let me pull up.
Yeah, I don't have anything for fire EMS, highway, library, and police. Here we
Here we
go,
go.
one more page. In the library.
Cemetery capital
some coffee, didn't you?
request.
Yep. So what happens when it's on the seat of my truck?
I didn't bring papers. I should have brought papers, I suppose. I didn't, papers when
I remember seeing that number, but I just,
Okay, I found it. Got mixed in with your budget stuff, huh?
Yeah, somehow.
Okay. Okay, 16.5, it says,
Yeah.
for replacement, but it doesn't say what you're replacing?
We're replacing a 2000 Walker mower. It's 25 years old. It's
We
starting,
replaced the engine on it at some point.
probably 12 years ago, we replaced the engine on it. Having problems, starting to have problems with some of the gearboxes where they've worn so much they're starting to leak, and we they had to replace one last year because somebody ran it up on a stone and it destroyed it. The Phantom did that. And then they started leaking, and the last one we bought was $250
Gearbox.
for just the gearbox.
And who does the work on that when you're replacing a gearbox?
The highway.
The highway does.
We pay for it out of our budget, and they using it, so they
We
actually,
pay for the parts and the whatever else they need,
and
they fix it.
and they do the maintenance on it.
Okay.
what kind is it? Who's this a brand?
It's a Walker mower.
Yeah, but is it John Deere?
No,
Boy.
Walker is a Pacific.
Walker is
mower.
the
Walker's a
manufacturer.
certificate? I've heard of Wright, and I've heard of other ones, but not Walker.
Yeah, it's right here. Here's the.
Any specific reason why that one?
It fits in the cemetery because the deck is 48 inches wide. Everything goes up underneath into the back, so you have nothing hanging out to hit the stones. And we tried them before when we had the woods mower and everything hung out on the side.
Yeah.
And this is just, it's small too. It's small, it's not as heavy, and it goes in between everything. It's a lot.
So it's compact.
It's more compact. Even one of the guys,
I never heard of them before, that's why I asked.
yeah, they're from Boulder, Colorado.
Is there a distributor around here that we get problems, parts and stuff?
Harvard Outdoor Power.
I was going to say Harvard Power is what that quote is from.
That's all, as long as we got a reliable source of parts and stuff.
And we've had there's another dealer not too far away.
Well, they,
Sudbury or someplace.
there is one in Sudbury, Ritchie and Clapper. They work
Yep.
on the walkers too.
Yeah.
We used to use the guy out in 146 Supply in Millbury, but when the dealership got bought, Walker did not go with
Yep.
them.
No, that's fine. It's like I said, I always just like to use somebody local that we don't have to
Yeah.
worry about getting parts from.
Yeah, the guy out to
We've got Harvard and we've got
Harvard
the other
Outdoor
one that's
Power is
about-
very
And another one that's not too far away. if
easy
that
to
would-
deal with.
I was gonna say, you guys been dealing with them, so you know.
This is the book they send me every year, and this is actually the one we're looking at right there.
It's a sit-on?
Yeah, you ride on it. It's
Oh,
got the catcher in the back. We get the bigger one so they don't have to dump
Okay.
the thing as much. And then I got two quotes, because I got one, originally I went over the exact same model style we had, and then he says, you should look at this one, it's a newer model, it's only a couple of years old. He says that there are not as many moving parts on it. It doesn't have, some of the, it's two pieces, easier to work on, it's 2 horsepower is less, but he says it's not that big a difference, and everything is the same size and everything else.
I
And
like
we've
that.
had actually very good luck with them.
Now,
I
didn't
like that part going.
didn't you guys replace a mower not too long ago, 4 or 5
Yes.
years?
We have
Less.
3 mowers. This one, which we're looking to replace it, which is a 2000. We have a 2013, and then we have a 2020.
So what happens to the old one?
It's gonna get, put on the bid, and it's gonna be sold. Because if you're gonna replace it, there's no sense in keeping it, because it's gonna start nickel and diming you to death pretty good on.
Well, it could be,
Part.
it could be, if it's running decent, it could be worth sitting there and having as a backup if something happens to this new one.
Well, you've got 2 others, so there's actually 3.
Okay, but I'm just saying is,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't cost us anything, it's,
This one has been our backup mower.
oh, okay.
And what's happened is, since Highway's been doing this mowing, with OSHA regs and everything, they tend to be there with 2 of them mowing at the same
3.
time. And so they're using the third mower a lot.
Yeah.
And so, at one time, we actually were considering not replacing this one at some point. But we decided that we need to, because they use it in a way that we weren't before.
Yep.
And we going with basically the exact same replacement, because the other 2 mowers have a high dump system on them to dump in the back of the truck. This one you have to get off and dump, and which is fine, because there's always a spot to dump over the banking or something like that, and it's a lot less money. And this one, actually, the one we put in for is a couple $1,000s less, $2,500 less than the one.
Do we need
the
the
other
quote,
one.
or can we get a copy of the quote? Do
We
need
have
it?
a copy of the quote. It's in our Google file.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this is the other one
Oh, I don't,
that's the
I
other.
only go for the one you want.
Okay, well, I don't want this one. We already voted to go for that one.
Okay, don't bring up any more, I don't wanna see any more.
Okay,
And we'll actually have to get, when the time
3.
comes, it'll still have to go out to bid and
it's
stuff.
gotta go out to bid.
Right.
Yeah.
But we've got a quote that we can base our appropriation on.
That's what we
And if it
need.
turns out to be a couple $100 or something, we can deal with it. That's easy enough to do.
Yeah.
How much was the quote?
It was
16.5.
16.5.
Is
Well,
that,
it's-
is that a
Same
true
as the
number?
other
I
one,
mean,
huh?
no, what,
No.
let me rephrase that.
We,
That's your quote number, right?
No.
it was a little less, the quote number was, but we, just in case.
Okay, that was
Because
gonna
the
ask you,
last-
because
the
you
last-
know and I know, by the time this goes out to bid, it's gonna go up 10 to 30%.
Because the last one we bought, we put in the price, and I think it cost us $800 more.
Yeah,
out of
that's,
Perpetual care fund, because it jumped up.
that's what I'm just saying, no, Nick, you know it's gonna happen in this era right now, with the way the country is, you know it's gonna go up.
Most of this stuff is America.
Everything.
This company is America. It's
I know,
based
but what I'm
in Colorado.
saying is,
Yeah,
everything's going up now, nothing's coming down.
well, that's, We didn't get the diesel one with the Kubota diesel, so we don't have to, it's not coming with tariffs from Japan or,
The one that we're replacing was our first walker mower.
yeah,
And we've been using that thing solid ever since we got
for
it.
20 years. We
Yeah.
bought it used.
And
That's
we bought it
impressive.
used, and we've been using it solid ever since.
So I
And it
would
was
say
our
it's
primary mower
a
for
good piece
quite
of
a
equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they are.
These guys, the highway has kept it going.
Yeah.
I think without them, it probably wouldn't have lasted this long. And the way that things have been working, we really kind of need that third mower in order that they can just keep working and working their rotation and
Because he has the
make the best use of people.
3 kids for summer help, and you know, you get a couple rainy days. and
Yep.
You gotta go
Yeah.
out straight, and they use the bigger stuff down on the fields and stuff like that.
Yeah, the brush hogs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, the big mower and the bigger, the
The
bigger
gang
John
mower.
Deere's, the gang mower
Yeah.
and the John Deere and
Yeah.
stuff they use down there a lot. And with the bagger, it's nice as, in the fall for cleanup too.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I'm very happy to see the old burial ground looking better. I was very upset when I was seeing some of the gravestones toppled over, and I see some of them back up right now, and I'm glad to see that.
You know, you get in there again this spring and reset.
It's one of those things as people pull into town, what is the first thing that they see?
Yeah, we got some more of that going. We've also acquired the biologic solution for cleaning the gravestones too. So I've started fussing with that a little bit in South Berlin. We're gonna consider getting some volunteer people working on that.
Nice, nice.
You know, the nice acid rain off.
Yep.
Yeah. Any other questions for cemetery?
Nope.
No. Eloise?
I thought it was comprehensive.
I did too. Okay, guys. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome to hang out if you want, but it's going to be boring.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't go that far.
No?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
We know.
We got no money. No.
Right.
We still don't know
We
yet?
don't know.
Oh, no.
We don't even know public safety mitigation
From the state?
for the town of Berlin.
Yeah.
So we have this list of things we need to make decisions about, but we don't know how much money we have to spend.
Oh, boy.
That's why we made our meeting so late this month.
Correct. Correct.
Hoping you'd have some answers.
Yeah,
Hoping.
we were supposed to know those answers by now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Kristen said,
Is this likely to go, if things go through normally, is this likely to go on a list of things from capital planning, or is it likely to be a separate article?
well, that's a good Kristen question, but my guess is it's likely to be a,
It'll probably depend on the conditions of money availability.
yeah, it'll probably depend on where the money comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5 years ago, I would have said it would be capital planning item,
yeah.
but now I'm not sure. I know we've,
But it's too late to put in a special article.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I thought it was last Monday.
Oh, yeah, but the warrant doesn't go to the printer until the first week of April.
Yeah, but the
Well,
warrant's
closed.
closed.
Oh, are
And
they?
you do know Chris has resigned.
Chris.
Chris.
Chris Keefe, effective March 1.
No.
Yep.
Can I ask what happened?
She just had enough.
Okay.
Well, she was up for election anyways, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She
That-
was
She
up
was.
this year anyway.
So
Yeah.
why wouldn't you stick it out till the, oh well, doesn't matter.
I don't think she's feeling that terrific.
Oh, okay.
But you can't get into people's personal stuff.
No.
Oh, yes, you can, but it's not very nice.
Not very
Hey, you
ethical.
can ask me anything.
Yeah, right? Me too.
No, I didn't know that, so it's,
No. So we're down one on FinCom and one on Select Board.
Correct.
What
But
happened?
Barry's there, and he's the moderator, and he appoints somebody to the finance committee.
Do we have a vacancy?
yes. Julie
Yes.
resigned.
Hmm?
Julie officially resigned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
She sent it to me. I thought I got a CC and she sent it to you.
I just saw it,
No, I hadn't.
Okay, then I will forward that to you.
Okay, as long as you've got a resignation, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, she said she was having too much trouble with her schooling
Yeah,
and
Steve.
balance on this.
Yeah,
We need you on the.
all right. So we've got a hole in finance, and then finance needs to fill the space on here, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Eloise, do you know if one of us from capital planning can fill into finance and fill the role for capital planning, or does that negate? Do we negate ourselves by becoming a non-voting FinCom member on capital planning?
I think that's 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Okay, so my right hand votes for capital planning and my left hand does not vote for FinCom.
Barry, you were copied
Oh
on this, I
no!
don't know why.
If you want it, you can go
So we better go
off
back
and
to
go
check
on
from-
finance committee,
Probably
and
went
then
to
when
the
you're
wrong
at
email.
finance
Oh.
committee, you can offer to be the person
All
Yeah.
that they
Just,
delegate
all
to
my old
capital
email
planning.
addresses are.
I was just suggesting that one of our
Barry is,
capital planning members might consider.
Barry
Being
is,
a
February
FinCom.
There's only
20th.
4 of us.
I know.
She says, I am
Right.
stepping down from Berlin Finance Committee
Yeah.
effective today,
Okay,
February 20th.
okay,
Okay, it's just,
yeah.
It's only been a
Today's
week.
the 20th.
what were you saying about somebody in the capital planning? I missed that.
Somebody in capital planning might consider stepping into a temporary position at FinCom.
Oh,
And then you can cover both FinCom and capital planning.
yeah.
FinCom would have
should
to
volunteer me.
appoint you.
Yeah,
To capital planning.
And you,
Yeah.
and you guys are
Yeah.
trying to volunteer me.
But
to
since
run
we've
for
lost
select
their-
board.
Yeah,
Capital planning, yeah. And then how do they fill select board? Does that just stay empty until the
Cannot
election?
fill a select board. It is vacant until the election, May
Wow.
12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
There isn't time to do a special election.
Yeah.
You cannot
That's the only
appoint
way.
a selectman nor a moderator.
Well, I'm glad we still have Barry.
Yep.
True.
I don't. If somebody from here goes on finance and then gets appointed back from finance, you do become a non-voting member here.
right.
Right.
Right, that's what I
And
was
then you
just
still gotta
asking.
fill
Now we still
another
gotta fill a
position here.
position here.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
really
the two
gain
can't
you that
overlap.
Can you
Well-
have somebody on the select board and also on capital planning?
much.
I wouldn't
think
see-
so.
No, not really.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that time, I'm talking about me, that's why I said that.
Right,
You gonna run for select board?
That's, everybody wants me to.
Yeah, we want him to.
Okay.
But I don't
Well,
wanna
then you better
jeopardize
tell me,
capital planning too.
because those have to be specially drawn up so I can get them countersigned by the Board of Registrars before I can give you the nomination papers.
So when does Steve have to tell you by, Eloise?
Well, I don't care when he tells me by, but he has to return them by March 11.
Okay.
Oh, so tomorrow.
You got 12
Steve.
days.
Tomorrow.
Guess I've been procrastinating right along, huh? I knew there was a reason I was procrastinating.
Lisa Wysocki has taken out nomination papers, and I have certified them.
For selectmen,
Who's that?
Yes.
Lisa Wysocki.
The one that got beat last time, right?
No,
No, she was on the board, select board
she
before.
didn't run again. at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
I think she did it twice, right? 2 terms and then just 1 term? Okay.
I thought just one term.
This
Okay.
was enough.
Coming back for a sucker for punishment, huh?
Who's that?
Lisa.
Visaki?
Lisa, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Cool. Well, we
So
can.
who else do
Yeah.
we have to meet with?
We're, as far as I'm aware, we're done. Cemetery was our last surprise,
Hallelujah.
right?
Yeah, so-
Okay.
No, thank you guys.
I didn't know we didn't have numbers.
Yeah, we don't have numbers. We may have numbers eventually. I was given no dates
So,
about when we might
the only-
have numbers.
The only reason we came in really was for these guys.
I believe June told me when I spoke with her that the DOR had given her a week and a day to finish the previous fiscal year.
A week and a day from last week,
Yeah,
so any day now.
she's under the gun, so she could have submitted it, and now it's under review.
The email from Kristen says, we have faced a number of obstacles, but have nearly completed the reconciliation of FY24 Schedule A and are now working on the FY24 closeout. As soon as we have estimated numbers for free cash and public safety mitigation, which I asked about separately, they will get them to us. She has suggested repeatedly that we rank things so we have some general order of ideas of things we would fund. Should we have the
Well,
funds?
we've already asked the different people that have come in to rank their choices.
We have.
So we have that information. Do we have any updated information from the school?
No,
No,
we have nothing updated.
Okay. Then do you want to post a meeting for like 2 weeks from now? And if there's no new information, do we just want to meet together as ourselves? Or do you just want to then cancel that and do it once a week until we get the numbers?
I'm agreeable to whatever you folks want.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Anna's got issues with back and forth to Florida. And not, I mean, I understand.
Right, right.
that.
Chip.
Right. I'm happy to call in,
Yeah.
so I don't necessarily have to be here.
When's the next time you leave and to go back down south?
Monday.
So why don't we plan 2 weeks from today? You'll be back then, right?
I should be back.
We'll post the meeting and we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
So that'll be the
13th?
13th of March.
I'm not back.
Oh,
I am back. My plane lands at 7:30 p.m.
I don't think you're back.
So I'm not actually back, but I'm back. I didn't. Somehow I
Why
thought the
would-
13th was a
Is
Wednesday.
a Friday a bad night for anybody? Why don't you just postpone it? Just go to Friday.
I'm okay Friday.
Now I know you're going to be beat probably, but
I'll be my cheery self.
'cause I don't think I want to go out an extra week.
How do people feel about going to having a Friday meeting?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I don't have an issue with
Friday the 14th.
that.
I could do 6:30 that
That's fine.
day if that helps anybody.
Yeah, always the earlier the better for me.
Yeah,
I know it's hard for some of you, but
And what time did you suggest?
6:30.
6:30, that's fine, yeah.
The
I'm
14th,
sure
right?
this room is
Yeah.
empty. And maybe in the 2 weeks between now and then, we could each think about our own sort of mental ranking. Like, I know that the departments each ranked what they
Yep.
want, but we sort of have to figure out which department gets what.
Well, I would assume fire and public safety, I would like all of their stuff to be within the mitigation money.
I wouldn't argue with that at all.
And then as far as, I mean, there is a stabilization fund, not that I want to run it down,
No.
but I would like to see some, a portion from this fund and the remainder from the stabilization fund. It doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Yeah, no, I'd really like. I was really hoping we could talk about public safety mitigation and know what those numbers were today.
Well, then use the numbers that you got last year.
I don't know that we can because they've spent so much for the
For
The building.
People.
yeah, and I don't know.
Then, and when you talk to Kristen, ask her to separate the amount, or just look at ask her to say, is the amount that we allocated last year, is that going to be enough, or did they take out more?
I did ask her, and she said she doesn't know. To give her more time.
Well, tell her that when we get our numbers, we'd like that number too.
Yes, that is definitely on the list. Okay. So we're gonna reschedule for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 weeks
Yeah.
and a day.
We're running out of time.
We are way running out of time. Okay. Anybody have any final thoughts?
I think the town is in trouble.
I think it's a very interesting time. And I
Some-
wonder what
something
it
has
all
to give,
means.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to adjourn us then at 7:31 p.m., the shortest ever meeting in capital planning history,
That's right.
with a reconvene in 2 weeks and 1 day. And
Thank
hopefully
you.
some numbers. Thank you, Eloise.
I second that.
Okay.
You're
All in
welcome.
favor? Aye.
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 Bye.
Bye, Eloise.
Bye-bye.
Okay.